Hello again, everyone. Marcus here. I review stuff. Today, I'm reviewing the song. Sorry, I usually have it pulled up here. Luminol by Steven Wilson. This does come as a request, so as always, if you would like to request something, just leave it in the comments, and I'll be sure to get to it. The specific request was to do a live version, so that's exactly what we're doing. In fact, this comes from, I think, an official DVD release, it looks like. So yeah. From the Get All You Deserve Blu-ray DVD. So hopefully this is an adequate version for whoever made the request. At this point, I've heard a little bit from Steven Wilson, like his solo stuff. I've heard Home Invasion, Regret Number 9, which is a pretty damn good song, I will say, or I guess combination of songs, whatever. But I have heard a lot of Porcupine Tree. I think that's really where I've heard Steven Wilson the most. So pretty, I'm a decent fan of what he does. So looking forward to this one. Here we go. Let's do it. It's, again, Luminol, Steven Wilson, live performance. Let's do it.
Thank you so much. Struggle to come so far, but end up returning to dust.
Oh, okay. Switch it up. I feel it.
Oxfam Panache and tips his head. Laces under. He has no truck with idle jet. Work to be done. The songs he learned from scratched LPs. Stops in mid-flow to sip his tea. The chords he plays with less than grace. Songs we all know. Each passing year etched on his face. Sun, rain, or snow. The words he sings are not his own. They speak of things you'll never know.
Yeah. Man, that was awesome. That was awesome. Before I jump into the lyrics or anything like that, I just got to say, there are definitely two things that I take away from a lot of Steven Wilson / Porcupine Tree songs. And that's, first thing is that I feel like he always gives each band member something to do. What I mean by that is, like, I feel like every band member has an opportunity to showcase their skills, their talents, and just what they can do with their instrument. I feel like with every Steven Wilson project, every single Steven Wilson song I've heard, it's not just like carried by the guitar the entire time. It's not just carried by the bass the entire time. Instead, it's like he gives every one of his bandmates like something to do. So like in this song, the bass was fantastic, the guitar was fantastic, the drums were great. The keyboard was fantastic. The fucking flute and saxophone, those wind instruments really provided a lot in the song as well. It's like every bandmate had their time to shine in the song, and I feel like he does that a lot in his music. And I wonder if that's maybe the composer side of him. Maybe he likes kind of putting all these arrangements together and really thinking about how these instruments are going to work together, but also have their own time to shine. So I definitely noticed that consistently with his work. I think the other thing I really noticed about his work just off the bat is like the length of the songs. He typically likes to make 9, 10, 11, 12-minute songs. This one was, I think, 12, almost 13. So, yeah, he likes to make longer songs, but the thing I really want to mention is that he does a good job of making longer songs, So what I've always said on my channel is, like, if you make a long song, but it's boring the entire time, or maybe even not boring, but maybe it's just the same thing the whole time, it gets kind of repetitive. You get kind of tired of listening to it for 12 minutes. But if you do what he's really good at doing, and if you throw in some transitions, you throw in some different pieces, some different movements kind of throughout the song, you switch it up, you give the listener something different halfway through the song, like he did here. I think he constantly and consistently earns those longer song times by just keeping it interesting, mixing it up within the song. So kudos to him and his projects, because I think he's really done a great job of those two things just right off the bat. But anyway, let's break the song down like we normally do, of course, starting with the lyrics. So a little bit of information here. It does say the raven that refused to sing contains songs that are about ghosts. Luminol is a more metaphorical story taken from Steven Wilson's life. He explains in an interview with Face Culture that it is based on a street musician in the town he lives in. The man plays there every day, yet he is almost ignored by everyone and has already become a ghost in life. Steven Wilson says he wrote a short story based on the idea that the busker would still play even after he is dead. That later became the basis for Luminol. The section of the interview where he talks about Luminol starts at 3:05. Okay, we won't watch all that. I'm sure we can go watch it on our own time. But yeah, cool stuff. So let's take a look at these lyrics. And not a whole lot as far as lyrical content, but I think what we got was kind of interesting. So here we all are born into a struggle to come so far, but end up returning to dust. Oxfam Panache. I don't know what that means. This is referencing the charity shop Oxfam, which sells clothes cheaply. The phrase Oxfam Panache gives the idea that the busker has his own unique style, which is used. Okay, interesting. And tips his hat, laces undone. He has no truck with idle chat. Work to be done. The songs he learned from scratched LPs, songs in mid-flow to sip his tea. He strums the chord with less than grace, songs we all know. Each passing year etched on his face, sun, rain, or snow. The words he sings are not his own. They speak of things he'll never know. Okay. It mentions the busker and all that, but I feel like there could be some personal interpretation here. Like I feel like when I read this, I just think of like age, especially here at the end here, right? He strums the chords with less than grace, songs we all know. Each passing year etched on his face, sun, rain, or snow. So immediately I'm thinking like, okay, like this is the passage of time. This is aging. The words he sings are not his own. They speak of things he'll never know. So I also feel like this could be something to do with like just like music in general, you know. Like I can listen to a Porcupine Tree song or a Steven Wilson song, and sometimes I'm like, you know, that doesn't really apply to me. Yeah, but I love the song. Like I'll sing along with it, even though I don't really have that same experience that this artist has. I'm just singing the song. It's not my song. I'm just singing along with it because it's fun and I enjoy the music or whatever, right? So, I mean, I feel like with all music, but especially with well-written music, you know, you have the interpretation that maybe the artist intended, which I'm kind of seeing a little bit here about the ghost and all that, the living ghost, that whole thing. But I also think you have, you know, your personal interpretation as a listener. So that's kind of what I take away from it there. But let me know what you guys think. But lyrically, again, not a whole lot there, but still pretty interesting. I give it a thumb up lyrically. To me, where the song obviously shines a whole lot is going to be in the instrumentation. So first and foremost, the moment that like opening bass riff opened up, I was like, yeah, this is awesome. I loved that. And then I like that they gave, again, the bassist, they gave him a lot to do throughout the song. So I think he really shines in this one. I really like what he was able to do on bass. Also the drummer, I think from the beginning of the song too, I was like, man, these drums are pretty sick. Like some of those drum fills he was throwing in there, a little double bass here and there, I thought it was a lot of fun. I think the drums really provided a nice energy to the song. But also the wind instruments, you know, you had your flute, you had your saxophone. I think those, again, provided like some jazziness to it. But the flute to me, throughout parts of the song, really reminded me of like, I felt like I was watching like a classic TV show or a classic movie or something like that. And I think that they use that to kind of capture what the lyrics were sort of talking about, right? So at least that's kind of the way that I see it. So, but I love those wind instruments coming in there. The guitar throughout I thought was very good. You get a little bit of bluesiness there in the second half of the song, which I really liked. And then you see Steven Wilson jump from keyboard to guitar, and I think he does it seamlessly. Really Matt Bellamy-esque there. I guess Steven Wilson kind of came first, right? But anyway, and then whoever's on the keyboard, whoever was like on the keyboard or the piano the entire time, they did a really great job. Even got a piano solo in there. Like I said, they just do such a great job. Steven Wilson-led projects, they just do a great job of like giving everyone a chance to shine. So again, the bass line throughout was great. That was like the bassist time to shine. A lot of really great guitar work, especially in that bluesy guitar. That was kind of his time to shine. Really drum fills throughout that were a lot of fun. The drummer had his time to shine. That pianist had a great time. I mean, that little piano keyboard solo I thought was just so fun. Really nice energy to the song. And then the guy on the flute, I think he had a lot of moments to shine too. So I just love that about his projects, is that everyone has something to do. You know, not a single note is wasted, it feels like, you know. So excellent instrumentally here. I loved it. I gave it 2 big thumbs up. And then as far as replay value goes, I loved it. It's going on the playlist for sure. It's kind of a longer song for me, you know, 12 minutes. A longer song in general. I know some of you will say, oh, 12 minutes, that's nothing. But, you know, it is a longer song. But again, I feel like he really earns it here. You know, they switch it up. It really took me by surprise when they were kind of jamming out for the first half of the song. Second half of the song, they kind of really slow it down and kind of bring it back. You know, get Steven on guitar there. But I thought it was really, really cool the way they did that. I think it added a nice layer to the song, and I love that they did pick it up there before the end. So I was afraid that they were going to, you know, finish the whole song off in that kind of quiet, calm note there, but then to kind of bring it back and give you some energy to finish the song off, I really like that they did that. So overall, like I said, it's going on the playlist. I had a really great time listening to it. 2 big thumbs up for replay value as well. Overall, a fantastic song. I had a great time listening to it and a great time watching the performance too. So thank you for recommending that live version. And like every Steven Wilson project I've heard so far, I mean, they sound just as great live as I'm sure they do on the studio version. So yeah, that was fantastic. Thank you so much for the request. As always, if you want to request something, just leave it in the comments. If you enjoyed the music as much as I did, of course, go support the artists, go listen to their music wherever you can. And one place you should hopefully be able to find this song is going to be in my Spotify playlist. It's in the description below. Has every single song I've heard so far on my channel. Of course, if you want to support me, just all the normal stuff you do on YouTube, you know, like and subscribe and comment. Alright guys, that's it for this one. Hope to see you in the next one. Bye for now.